Good evening, ladies and gentlemen. Let me ask you a question. What makes you successful as a human being? Is it money, career, fame, perhaps freedom? How much is it worth? Is it worth another human's life? Or perhaps your own life? You see, at school, my least favorite subject was history. No matter how hard I tried, I could not understand it. I'm a very left-brained person, which means that I love logic. Everything has to be in a logical sequence. And I love numbers, for that matter. But I also happen to be left-handed, which means that the right hemisphere is supposed to be in charge. So I did not figure out where the nature got it wrong with me. But anyway, trying to understand the history at school, I could not make sense of that many wars that we had to go through to enjoy the peaceful being in the end of 20th century. At the time, I assumed that all of the horrible events of the history had already happened. And neither I nor my family would ever have to go through another war again. But I was wrong. On 25th of May 2016, when I got home from work, my husband met me at the door. "Honey, I need to tell you something," he said. And my heart nearly stopped beating, because I was living on the edge of expecting bad news for the last couple of years. My husband said, "Don't worry, everything is all right now, but earlier today, your mom's house was hit by a bomb." Trust me, those are not the news you want to hear upon return home from work. It was a lucky day for my family. Thanks God, all of them survived and none of them was injured. Now they live in a safe place. But since then, my little niece, 4 years old, every time she sees a plane in the sky, she says, "Mom, are they going to hit Dokuchaevsk?" which is my native town. And this is only one example from my personal experience. But how many people are being affected by armed crimes every single day? So 21st century has really shaped my beliefs about the school's history. I learned to understand that history is not something that we read about in textbooks, but it's something that is happening right before our eyes. And we, like never before, are the most active influencers and participants in that history. So what makes you a good influencer on history? Who decides what is right and what is wrong? I believe that we were brought to this world as very complex creatures, and we were not given the answers to the most fundamental questions: who we are and what we are here for. For centuries, humanity has been looking for answers. We've created multiple religions and beliefs, searching for something greater, wiser, and perhaps more powerful than ourselves. But in doing so, we have not noticed how we were caught up in a never-ending pursuit of happiness. And this is where our education fails us. Because we do teach our children how to be successful in science, but not necessarily how to give love. Not only to others, but equally so to themselves. We teach them to be patriots of their own nation, be it British, Ukrainian, Russian, but what is nation? It's only a superficial definition. Yes, we are all different, but we are the same at the core. We are just humans. So what if instead our education gave us the skill to direct our searches inward and to find that freedom and happiness within, to learn and understand our emotions and to be compassionate towards other beings? Have you heard of the theory that each of us is connected to the rest of the people in the world via 6 connections only? It's amazing. So where have we learned to treat each other like enemies? Do we really believe that the war can resolve a conflict? I believe that the only enemies we face in our life are our own fears. So there is nothing we can do about the past history, but today we are writing the history for tomorrow's textbooks. And if each of us focuses on making a positive change in the world, no matter how small, I believe we can all contribute to the thriving future of our families, societies, nations, and the humanity as a whole. So my question to you today remains the same. What makes you a successful human being? Thank you.